All right, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and I'm going to be putting together a short series here for the season storyline missions. Really, everything is loaded up right here in the graphic that you're looking at. To give you a little bit of context, I'm a little bit late to the game on this. I was just tooling around in EVE Online quite a bit here recently, and I completely missed the start of the season for Destiny 2. I'm also waiting on pins and needles for Starfield to release September 6th, so I'm real excited about that. But we kind of got a feast or famine situation going here where a few days ago I was like, kind of like, what do I do with myself while I'm waiting for Starfield? And then I belatedly realized, oh, the D2 season has started. So this series right here, it's all going to be pre-recorded. This is not going to be live streamed. I'm going to put together a tightly focused chronicle that is purely just season storyline missions. There's not going to be anything else involved in it. And that way, nobody gets unpleasantly surprised or anything. I might also stream. So, for example, I'm real excited about this season's red borders that you can get for past seasons. I missed out on some of that stuff. That's going to require some grinding, and I may do that stuff. That will be in like a live stream format. But this pre-recorded series is going to be season missions only. And as you can see, even though it's a little bit of a late start for me, top left, this is week one's story missions. I will be using the Titan for this. And I'm sure I'll get caught up here pretty soon. But for right now, that's where we are at. Let me go ahead and unblock my desktop, my display capture. Yep, and you should see my Titan up there. You do? Okay. I have two screens now. It's been a godsend. It's really working out pretty well for me. But one of the things I'm going to have to figure out is what spec do I run with, and I'm kind of excited about running with solar. But for right now, I think I'm just going to run with what I got, which is a void spec. So we should get the opening cutscene here for the season.
Listen up, glitter bums. This is first Ghost and Maru talking. You're still trying to get through the witness's portal, huh? That ain't a door you can just kick open. You even asked some leftover worm for answers. Too bad she led you right to us. Now you need help from the one witch nobody can trust. My boss, Savathun. Even though she's temporarily dead, she left instructions for this very situation. As usual, you maggots are 3 steps behind. Savathun will help you on one condition. First, deal with her sister, Zivua Wrath. She's the hive god of war and the witness's best general. It's a win-win, see? Don't look so sour. You've already got everything you need. I suggest you start with a witch of your own.
And boom, Season of the Witch begins, at least for me. Now, I have played this a little bit on my Warlock, but I am still sort of swimming in the haze when it comes to how this season works. I've watched a few YouTube videos, but mostly I got to figure this out as it goes. So let me review what my spec is. Looks like I am rocking the Graviton Lance. I'm not sure I want to do that. Actually, yeah.
Guardian, the witness poses a dire threat, and the Witch Queen holds the answers we seek. But only if we contend with her sister. Amaru has promised us a method for defeating Zivua Wrath, arranged by Savathun before her death. There is a spire atop her throne world's sanctum, a place of dire experiments where she abused the light. With this knowledge, Imaru and I have devised a powerful artifact infused with hive magic. It will allow you to dispel the Witch Queen's trickery and master the spire through a ritual of our own.
Okay, so no chance to really review my spec. I believe it's grenade focused. I got an extra grenade to throw because of my exotic. Graviton Lance is just gonna jack people up. I love that weapon. It is phenomenal. But pulse rifles are not part of the artifact, so probably won't be using it a whole lot. On this mission, though, I don't have to worry about champions or anything, I don't believe. Like stunnable champs.
Even in death, the Witch Queen lays her snares for us. Be careful, Guardian.
This is a real privilege, so act like it. Savathun doesn't open her spire to just anyone.
If such a place exists.
Why lie, when the truth is so much more dangerous?
You are not the Witch Queen.
And the Guardian is far more dangerous.
Please. Sivo Arath is too much for you to handle. You need our help.
And you need ours. Imaru, tell your Lucent Hive to stand down.
Savathun's orders are for them to guard the spire. I'm sure your little glowworms can handle it.
Nice hits. I think I got 90 range on this thing, so I can really just load up from distance. And then once I blow one guy up, it just starts the chain reaction, you know? So it's a very nice add clear weapon that does respectable single target damage. That's kind of the total package, you know? Look at that. What was that? 6 shots and that thing went down? Oh, whoa. That guy was a little close.
I don't like this. Resurrecting Savathun, using her magic. This is exactly what we wanted to avoid.
The Witch Queen knew she could entice us with a common goal. Removing the threat of Xivu Arath.
Yeah. And she knew the Vanguard had a little hive acolyte of their own.
Oops.
That's why she's opening up her spire. She thinks you've got what it takes.
I like the voice actor for Savathun's ghost. Look at all that, man. That's, wow. This weapon is probably my favorite weapon.
Reality through tightly channeled power. Shatter them to break their control.
Whoops.
Use that witch's staff to cast a little spell of your own.
See, I mentioned to you that I did this with my warlock, and so the compare and contrast here is there is no comparison. My Titan is wrecking shop, man, and it's this weapon.
Some legless lackey's fancy eyes to see it.
This is where the Witch Queen fell, and you fled for your life. Remember that.
We should focus.
That was a fluke. Your guardians got lucky.
Really? How many of your apostate ghosts have seen the Guardian's mercy?
Don't you threaten me.
I am not threatening you. I am telling you what the Guardian will do.
Okay. So I ran Strand, a threadling build with my warlock, if anybody's interested. And, you know, because if I'd run a different build, maybe it would compare more favorably. But right now, my Titan is way beyond what my warlock was doing. And my warlock didn't really have a hard time. It's just that this is crazy. Most of these ads are dying before they have a chance to really swarm me. I don't ever see them.
So where is this spire?
You'll see. Start the ritual to bring down Savathun's illusion.
Okay, so yeah, these burn you. While you're carrying them, you can switch your weapons. Oh boy. Dang it. You can switch your weapons to set it down for a second. Okay, there's one. Alright, it's on. Oh, how did you get away from that? I expected to suck them in. Maybe I need to take everything else down first. Let's get rid of some ads. Ooh, that one got me. Okay, I think we get the arc.
Conduct the arc charge between the
So
crystals.
punch that. Oh man, there's a bunch of them. I don't know where the other ones went. Oh, there, I see it. Okay, let's take the knight down first. Should be one over here. No, I guess it's just me and the boss.
Guardian, channel your magic with the witch's staff.
Okay.
You now wield hive magic, and have entwined it with your light. Whatever you face next will test that power to its limits.
You think your guardians are up to scratch?
What will we find inside the spire?
A way to take down her sister. That's all she told me. And that's all I'm telling you.
And she'll uphold her bargain? Give us the information we need.
I'll bring her back as soon as Evu's taken care of. Then you can ask her yourself.
Guardian, traverse the spire. We shall see what morsel of truth awaits us.
Okay, milestone updated, and that's the initial opening mission, I believe. Yeah, mission end. Okay, so now the last time I returned to orbit on this, it quit the game. So I might have to reboot. Oh, it looks like we're okay. Alrighty then. If I open Director and I go to Quests, it'll tell me I need to do Toil and Trouble. Reveal the secrets of the Hive by completing Savathun's Spire. Claim the secrets hidden by the illusions of Savathun's Spire. Savathun's Spire can be accessed via the Helm and the Destinations tab of the Director. Okay, so this is where I have an opportunity to go ahead and try a solar search, a solar spec. But I'm going to put you on pause while I fiddle around with that, and then I'll show you what I came up with. So stand by. Okay, guys. So what I've decided on is to try running Sunshot, which I do have the catalyst for. I forget what the catalyst does for this weapon. It improved the stats, probably handling, seeing it as it's a 91. Oh no, I don't have the catalyst. I have to acquire the catalyst, and it'll improve the range and the stability. Okay, well that's good to know. All right, so we got chambered compensator here, accurized rounds, sunblast, targets killed with sunshot explode, and solar energy. So that's what I'm going to try first. But if I decide to flip off of that, I'm going to not use trinary system. I'm going to try the Amit, which is a crafted weapon with incandescent and stats for all on it. And if I do that, then I'll switch to a hand cannon up here. I just picked this up on my Warlock. Thresh will give super energy. Head Rush is the new seasonal, I don't know, thingamajig. It's an origin trait. Standing up after crouching for a short time grants this weapon a brief period of improved handling and reload speed. I'm not a fan of that. I don't ever crouch, and so that's not gonna I'm probably not gonna benefit that from that very often. But there it is. I've got it. And so that means that I'm gonna take hand cannon for my first artifact perk. Oh, I got several that I can pick here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So how about we pair that with, I don't know, auto rifle, I think. And I'm going to go fusion rifle because I really want to try fusions at some point in time. So then I'm going to go solar strand combo, and I'm going to take origin perk specialization, I think. All right, and then that sets me up for this row right here, which is what I'm really wanting to get to. All right. I also have never used this. In fact, I had to level it up. It's not masterworked yet, but it's at 9, level 9. And it's the Phoenix Cradle. So Sol Invictus lasts twice as long. Allies who pass through your sunspot are granted Sol Invictus and Solar Restoration. So that brings me to the build, and I'm using Hammer of Soul. I like the Rally Barricade. I'm running with Strafe Lift, Throwing Hammer, and Solar Grenade. I'm using Roaring Flames and Sol Invictus. I threw this together. Well, this stuff was actually already existing, so I kept that. The rest of the build, like my gear and stuff, I threw it together just now. So powered melee, Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. Ember of Solace, Radiant and Restoration effects applied to you have increased duration. Let me read that again. Radiant and Restoration effects. Okay, increased duration. Ember of Char, your solar ignition spreads scorch to affected targets. And Ember of Ashes, you apply more scorched targets or stacks to targets. And you can see my stats here are sitting at 104 resilience. I am so close to being able to remove one of my resilience mods, but it puts me at 99. So hopefully I can change that with some of the seasonal gear. I'm currently at 48 recovery, excuse me. 98 mobility and 52 in strength. And over here in my mods, I make up for the recovery and strength using Font of Vigor and Font of Restoration. I'm also running hands-on paired with Ashes to Assets. Right here, this will probably change. Is it this one? No, never mind. Heavy-handed here for creating orbs. And got a recuperation paired with innervation. And then a solar weapon surge. And down here I've got Bomber and Reaper paired with that Font of Restoration. Running triple arc resistance because I'm pretty sure that's what it said the resist was. Got that Font of Vigor, got Grenade Kickstart, and a Harmonic Siphon. So there we go. And then I put on, if anybody that might be interested, this is another one that I kind of just threw on. I went with Hake History Polish. And right here, I probably should run like a scout rifle or something, but I think on this mission we're about to do, there aren't any unstoppable champs or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to be rusty as heck with this spec. I didn't hardly use solar at all during Season of the Deep. So it's nice to see that come back. I enjoy the spec. So we got a 25% bonus to outgoing solar damage, and it is an arc threat. Let's launch that mission and see how I do. All right, all right, all right. I wonder how it'll compare to the Void spec I just got done running, because that sucker was fun. But I played a lot of Void last season, so it is, I think, my favorite spec for Titan. So we'll see if I come back to it this season. Oh, what happened? Oh, somebody hit us. Yeah.
There is nascent light to be found here. We must stoke it and harness its power. Be prepared for anything.
Alrighty. Everything burns.
You'll need to move that arc energy to those crystals.
Oh, I missed it. Darn it. Thanks, bud. I'm just hip firing right now. Did I just yeet my hammer? I think I did. I don't know where that sucker went, man. Oh, I picked it back up. I need better reload time on this thing. I love that bong camera, man. I mean, who doesn't? You know, it's pretty phenomenal. Ooh.
It looks like
Do I get an overshield from that? I do not. Oh, but I was the first one up. Okay. I'm used to that rally shield giving me an overshield.
Guardians, I'm sure Imaru has given you a warm welcome on my behalf.
Savathun's dire machinations echo through these halls. She whispers from the past, anticipating each outcome.
She left you some recordings. It ain't that deep.
Oh no, again?
We have mutual interests after all, despite our bad blood.
Thanks,
You might
buddy.
not believe me, but I love my sister. But to us Hive, love is death. No one knows more about killing her than I do.
Huh, jeez. Got some jacked up family dynamics going on there. How are you immune? I thought that solar damage would take care of that. Okay, so we go this way. I don't think I can get that. Yeah, it requires arc attunement, okay. Still in the process of learning the ins and outs of this thing. This is only my second time through.
There is something vile at the heart of this place. Steeped in Hive magic.
I have solar.
Bound by the light. Savathun planned for this moment.
She knew the Guardian would end up here eventually. Eris Morning too.
Oh, I got you. All
That
right.
solar light is unstable. Disrupt and control it.
Okay. Hammer reacquired.
Take the hive's light to the ritual circle.
Oh my goodness. Having fun with Sunshot. I mean, just watching
Let them
through my
know
abilities
fear.
and Sunshot, everything catching fire and then blowing up. And that's fun. It is fun. Oh, well, alrighty then. That's got pretty good range on it. Look at that, man. That's fantastic. Whoops, wrong button. Where is it? That's Cry Mutiny right there. Because I didn't play Solar last season very much at all, I haven't really used this weapon a lot, but
is alive with light.
what limited use I have had with it, I've really liked
the
it.
Witch Queen's spells and empowered it to some end. I am not
Okay,
certain.
XEE.
Hive runes manifest here. Discern their pattern and traverse the Witch Queen's labyrinth.
Zebrath can't be confronted. That's what she wants, and she always gets exactly what she wants.
Oh, okay, this one.
Spoiled. So loved. You'll have to find another way. Only her equal could ever have a hope of overcoming the threat of my sister's war march. Only a hive.
So, it rests with me. Eris?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, darn it. Oh, well. Oh, that was almost a disaster. Okay, with this one... Looks like they solved the riddle. Oh no! Bunk hammer down. Got it. So we'll get to see how fast I can replenish my my super. Oh yeah.
What did we do?
We
Oh.
have reconfigured
Oh, we won.
the workings of the spire and opened the path to its fetid hypogeum.
The Aramite, which is solar.
That's right.
There is dire magic here, and I am its conduit. We may use this power to our own ends.
Eris, you can't. This is dangerous.
Meet with me, Guardian. I will prepare the ritual.
Aesop's coveted best dressed goes to neither one of these guys. Alright, they both left anyway. 167 kills, 46 orbs created, 92,000 score. Man, I felt like I was the worst player in that whole game, but I did the best. So solar has a lot of potential because I haven't even figured that thing out completely yet. Sunshot was a little bit redunculous in that. I'd like to get a nice little Skyburner's Oath or something and see how that goes, but Sunshot did really well. It did. Let's watch the cutscene.
Xivu Arath draws strength from our conflict. She believes her logic absolute. I
Sword
will
logic.
grasp it and contravene its power. There is no other way.
Will you come back from this?
Does it matter if I do? What I am has served me, and has served humanity. Aka, Zeta, Sel.
This is what Savathun wants.
We serve our interests, not Savathun's.
She's outmaneuvered you again. You need me.
We need your silence. Do not be afraid. Bear witness to my sublimation. I separate the true from the dead. I am the many-mouthed hunger. I am the knife-edged truth. I devour the free. I conspire with my vengeance. I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist. Hayat! Hayat! Hayat!
she is.
Bring me your tithes.
So is that Savathun? That sounded like Savathun's voice, but Aaron later says that she's still herself. So I'm not, or Eris, not Aaron. It's Eris Morn. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of all the occult stuff. I kind of like being the person that goes out and destroys a cult. I see a cult as being evil, you know. But that aside, if I can set that aside, and I have to, the stories are interesting. So let's go over here. And we can pick up a legacy mission from him. But I'm not going to, because we are tightly focused on mission. That's what this series is about. I have to remind myself of that. Okay, so we have a few things here. We got, oh, maybe not here. Okay, so we got the table there. We got messages here too. And I believe that's all. Everything else is through this portal. Go forward more. What did I not do? What? Why can't I go? Okay, it says there's something else I have to do. I must have forgotten about. Well, this is Season of the Deep stuff. No, I don't want that.
You never did tell me why you trust the Nine so much.
Oh, I don't. Not even a little. I trust Orin.
Orin?
Long story. The short of it is, I may have had a feeling or two for somebody a long time ago. Somebody that lost themselves along the way. But there's a little piece of her still out there. A sliver. Who still has a feeling or two for the somebody I could be. So I trust her. Because she ain't never steered me wrong. No matter how rotten I was. Because at the end of the day, maybe we gotta put our faith in something other than ourselves. Even if we're too stubborn to admit it.
I didn't expect you to put a lot of stock in faith.
And I didn't expect you to lose yours and keep moving. Guess we're all full of surprises, ain't we?
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you're being genuine.
Oh, I'm always genuine. People just ain't always paying attention. For real, though, Moondust might have given me a push. Thought it'd help.
Sounds like familiar advice. Is it, though? Helping?
No joke? I think so.
Then we have that in common, too.
Okay, now I don't think that freed anything up for me. It just ticked a box. Speak with Eris Morn and the, I forget how to say this, Athenaeum. But maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what else to do except to go try again. Now, my Warlock character, I spoke with Crow.
Was just telling me you were on your way.
So that might be what I have to do. Doggone it. Huh.
Mara and I have been talking, and we came to the same conclusion. It's time to act. The witness sees our connect.
Hey, Guardian, over here.
Man, I don't know. It felt like it tried to work. There, you have to kind of like... You can't jump all the way through. I don't know. That's weird. I didn't have any of those issues with my Warlock. I think there was this was just a glitch.
Guardian, though my form twists in this rune-bound circle, I remain Eris Morn.
Yeah, she sounds like
Giving
Eris
not
now.
to the deep, but to vengeance. The Hive have taken much from me. By naming the worms, I have taken from them. And I must take from you. The splinter of Hive worm rests in your staff. It is enough to bind us and mark you as my acolyte. By the sword logic of the Hive, your conquests strengthen me. You must tithe mightily if I am to become strong enough to defeat Xivu Arath. She draws power from all conflict. She is the Blade Breaker, war, drinker, conqueror, immortal. I ought drown her in blood. Add your voice to the chorus of violence. Let us show her what it is to be Hive.
Okay, toil and trouble. So this is everything. Sometimes there's other stuff in here, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. Though my form twists in this rune-bound circle, I am Eris Morn, or I remain Eris Morn, says the figure before you, her voice strained by the transformation. Eris gestured a clawed hand toward the staff used to begin the Hive ritual. A splinter of a Hive worm rests in your staff, she says. It is enough to bind us and mark you as my acolyte. By the sword logic of the Hive, your conquest strengthened me. You think of the bargain Emaru offered the Vanguard. Savathun will reveal how to follow the witness if you can deal with her sister. You nod in understanding. See, she didn't say that part. That's why I like to read these. You must tithe mightily if I am to become strong enough to defeat Xivu Arath. Eris says. You hear her smile viciously beneath the mask of Chitin. Let us show her what it is to be Hive. Okay. Visit the Lectern of Divination. So that is over here. And this is where we have the cards, I think. The Lectern of Divination will collect cards from the Deck of Whispers, a powerful form of Hive magic manifested through your tithes to Eris Morn. Here, you may contemplate and interpret your opaque cards to unlock their power. This process requires gathering insight throughout the system. Once acquired, major arcana cards will be displayed in the Athenaeum. When 5 major arcana, I think is how you pronounce it, I'm not for sure. When 5 major arcana cards have been acquired, one will be selected at random before each encounter in Savathun's Spire and the Altars of Summoning. Adding a card to your deck will allow that card to be randomly drawn. Each major arcana card bestows unique benefits. Major arcana cards may be added or removed from your deck by interacting with them in the Athenaeum. You must have at least 5 cards in your deck to draw upon their power and Season of the Witch activities. Minor arcana cards can be found in Season of the Witch activities or granted as rewards in ritual activities. When interpreted, they bestow perks, items, and upgrades. The Lectern of Divination wavers with the heavy coiling smoke of incense and glint of candlelight. From their place on the table, the cards whisper sweetly, promising secrets, truths, and lies. Okay, so... Quest claimed. That must be what I did with my Warlock. So, did it give... Not yet collected. Okay. Right. So let me see then. if my Titan also has those quests. I don't see them, so I'm a little bit off here. Does that mean, are they account bound, and so because my Warlock picked them up, I can't get them with my Titan? Because I think with my Warlock, they showed up as bounties over here. Alright, so the only thing I can think to do there is for me to go accomplish those bounties with my Warlock, which might then free up the slots for my Titan. I'm not exactly sure how this is working. Tithe your strength to Eris Morn and discover the truth about the Witch Queen's dangerous bargain. Alright, so here is our week 1 mission. We've now accomplished the intro. Now we got to do the week 1 mission. Step 1 of 51. Conquer powerful combatants and tithe strength to Eris Morn in Mission Invoke. Travel to the altars of summoning and complete Mission Invoke. Launch the mission from the helm in the Destinations tab of the director. A note from Eris Morn rests on the cluttered table beside your spoils. Guardian, hive magic is soul fire, sharpness, and shadow. It is unceasing. It is hungry. But while we may venture into the dark, there is violence in our curiosity. Claim this reward, then reach for the next, over and over, forever and ever. My appetite for your tithes grows yet more keen. Okay, so we got the Locus Locutus. The cluttered ritual table is covered in various artifacts used in the study of hive magic. Eris Morn's scattered journals lay open across the table, pages weighed down by pieces of rock and bone. You notice sketches of hive runes, worms, moths, and intricate diagrams of unrecognizable magical objects. You recognize buried amongst the esoterica a drawing of the acolyte's staff, along with the detailed spell that would bind its maker and wielder in the tithing ritual. An engram containing season of the witch weapons and armor. Okay. So here's our table for the season. I can get another engram, it looks like. Oh, I spent an engram. No. Because I still have 6. Alright. Give me that key. Requires rank 7, 10, 13, and 16. Okay. New quest activity available. What did I get here? This is a sniper rifle. High ground, head rush. I never snipe. The Arama. Oh, it's a fusion rifle. I was looking for something like this. I might want to give that a shot. But right now I'm having a ton of fun with Sunshot. And then Eliatic Principle and Arc Machine Gun. Machine guns are going to do a lot for us this season. They'll stop, I think, overload champs if you select the corresponding artifact ability. Alright, so all that said, I think what I will do is I will close this particular episode out. I got the intro done. I got the setup for, I think this is called the Witch's Enclave. Hold on. No, okay. And I will make another episode. No, I titled it Week 1. No, this is just going to have to be long. This is going to have to be a long episode.
Good timing. I was just looking for you.
Shut up, Crow. Nobody likes you. All right. Quests. The Bladed Path. I haven't done this yet. This is new for me. Ossified carving shader. Okay. This is blinking. Festival of the Lost returns to Destiny 2. Brave the haunted sectors, complete your event card, and earn new rewards. Crota's End. Assemble your fire team and invade the depths of the Hellmouth to face the legendary Hive Prince. And free season pass rewards. Okay. Dismiss. Quests. I've got it highlighted, so destinations then. And it is right here. Yes. What's this say? Okay, that's the ritual table. An Electron of Divination. Gotcha. Okay. Launch. Do we have certain resistances or anything? It doesn't look like it. Huh. Alright.
Guardian, Eris has detected a gravitic anomaly beneath the spire. She thinks it's a ritual chamber.
We call that the Arcane Oubliette. Savathun stores all kinds of drooling goons in there. Warm bodies for her magical experiments. If you want to feed blood and guts to your discount hive god, that's the place to do it.
Discount hive god. That was pretty funny.
Panicked throws echo upward from the well of power and death. I sense the oubliette beneath you, Guardian. Assemble in the ritual space, and we shall harvest the fruit of Savathun's foul experiments as our own.
Alright. Well, 'tis the season. This is spooky stuff, man. Farging oubliettes. Those have a pretty sordid history. Enter the altars of summoning. How long is this guy gonna do this for?
After I resurrected Savathun, she was dying to learn about her new light. But she needed test subjects to experiment on. Same way you use the poor slobs in Gambit for target practice. Listen to this.
I named this chamber the Oubliette, after a human invention. A prison where the only exit is the ceiling, just out of reach. A place for people to be thrown in and forgotten, until the time is right. This is where I'll keep in touch with all my bygone subjects, both as a queen and researcher.
Jeez. As is typical for Bungie, absolutely stunningly gorgeous level design and environments. Alright, no time to really take in the scenery though, as this is already a long episode. What am I supposed to do here? Complete the summoning. Begin ritual of induction. That seems to be the only option. I thought I saw something moving out there. Oh yeah, I wanted to see how my catalyst is doing, not that. 19% and 36%. Not bad.
Do you feel it? The latent power of the Witch Queen's spellcraft. Finalized use the ritual to complete the summoning.
Defeat Alaknar. Uh-oh. I can't move. I feel very stuck. Well, that was disappointing. He's immune. Get that bonk hammer. Nice hit. As I congratulate myself. Jeez. Okay, we got reveal stuff here. Oh man, that bonk hammer just one-shotted him. Look at the chain reaction. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I've got a whole bunch of these triangle things on me. Okay, let's try this again. We have platforms available. I don't know where my hammer... Okay, I retrieved it. So I keep picking these things up, but where am I supposed to take them? Oh, there's a plate. Okay, well I'm sure that was helpful. Oh, maybe don't want to get caught in that. I might get trapped again. Oh, here we go. That's Eris. Okay. Oh, he's vulnerable. Okay, I'm starting to put it together. What do I do with these? I don't really see where they're supposed to be leading to that I can't get to in another way. Ah, okay. So I hadn't gotten this one yet. Okay, so it maybe is just providing a shortcut to be able to hop across. I've been to that one. Dang it. Loosen, harvest, and deposit burdens of tribute. 1 of 3. So the burdens of tribute are what's coming off of the sorceresses. Okay, so there's one right there. So if I go grab that, and then I come up here, it deposits. Okay, that's 2 of 3. Okay, now I've got it. I've got it. Is there a second one? No. Ah, I yeeted it. Ah, dang it. Okay, so I got that. No, that did not work. Oh, it's over there. So that's okay. Reveal, which gives me my little platform to hop. And defeat Alakna. And I am getting, it feels like I'm getting my super back fast. Okay, he's dead.
Your tides flow through me like a surge of hot blood.
That's kind of gross, but okay.
Where are these subjects being summoned from?
Some kind of suspended animation? Maybe they're teleported from somewhere right into your gun sights. But what do you care? They're all just dead meat to you.
Hey man, are you actually like trying to grab some sort of moral high ground or something? Because I don't know if you've forgotten, but you're a Maru. Complete summoning rituals. Yo, man, it's like a week and a half till Starfield drops. I have high hopes. I'm really trying not to get so giddy that if it doesn't work, it really bums me out, you know?
Your arcane skill conjures forth horrors once cloistered, awaiting brutal deliverance.
Okay. I don't want to be your acolyte.
Shall receive it.
Oh, we got an enemy to face. What about Cry Mutiny? Oh, that worked really well. Okay, these guys gotta go down. Oh, he's immune. Well, okay. So you gotta kill... There's gotta be like a tribute holder or something that will make... Ah, here we go. Darn it. Still immune. That ain't gonna get it done. What am I missing? Okay, and then we got this dude right here. Oh man, how'd you teleport away? That's a wasted solar grenade. Immune. Not immune. Aim down sights, try and get those crits. Oh! No, bonk hammer, come back to me. That was a long ways away. Is that retrievable? No. This thing hits hard. It fires fast.
I feel in your tides
Well, calm down.
fear and anguish of our foes. Exalt in your retribution.
Okay.
You know why the boss is so much better at magic than you? It's because she's not afraid to make the tough choices. Listen.
I'd like to share my experiments with the Guardians one day, just as we share the light. But I know they won't approve of my methods. They love omelets, but hate breaking eggs. Maybe participating in my rituals will
That's a good
expand
analogy.
their provincial sense of morality.
They love omelets but hate breaking eggs.
Your arcane skill expands with each ritual you complete. Our powers will grow in tandem until we are ready to challenge the god of war herself.
Okay, new objective. Invoke Hive Magic. Oh, that was a nasty hit. Oh boy. Oh, she's still alive, man. Oh,
In the name of retribution for the lost, Bell, Ariana, Oma, Sai, and Tolan.
that is a tortured individual, guys.
Acolyte. Ayat.
Guardian, the value of the magic you've unearthed here is undeniable. But watching you and Eris revel in violence, tithing with hive rituals, it was disturbing.
Like it or not, your witch is gonna need a lot more ties before she's powerful enough to challenge Xivu. So, go ahead, sport. Make a mess. Enjoy yourself.
Man.
Welcome to the hive.
Oh. It's not a great feeling. It doesn't really feel like we're fighting on the side of good here. And they designed it that way, of course, right? All right, so if I open the director and go to quests, it should. Okay, we got the hollow projectors. So destinations, helm, land. Coming up on an hour and a half of recording. I apologize for the length of this video, but I think it is the nature of week 1. Let's see if that glitch is still in place. Yeah, so kind of gotta wait in the middle a little bit, it seems. I'm starting to think it's not a glitch. It's like the nature. You're transitioning to another plane, and it's almost like a wormhole. On this side is your realm. On this side is your realm. In the middle is where you transition, and I think that's how it's kind of acting. I must have missed something, because it says my objective is back this way. Yeah, that's right, hollow projector. Okay, my bad.
It's hard not to feel that this is my responsibility. While we in the tower gathered intel and debated over what action to take next, Eris threw herself into a dangerous ritual of her own devising. She was audacious. And she was right. We had to accept Savathun's bargain. We must pursue the witness at any cost. But I didn't imagine we would risk Eris in the exchange. She remains herself. I recognize Eris when I look into her eyes. She wears her new form like a suit of armor, but she speaks of whispers calling to her from the deep, and I have no assurance she can resist them forever. You must embrace the hive rituals as she did. Offer your tithes so that she may gain the power she desires, and quickly. Commit yourself to her guardian. I believe it is in everyone's best interest to keep her metamorphosis as brief as possible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ikora admits she feels responsible for Eris's risky transformation. While we in the tower gathered intel and debated over what action to take next, Eris threw herself into a dangerous ritual of her own devising, she says. She was audacious, and she was right. Ikora reiterates following the witness is worth any cost, but she has her reservations. We had to accept Savathun's bargain, she says, but I didn't imagine we would risk Eris in the exchange. She tells you to tithe to Eris and send her as much power as you can, but Ikora cannot hide her unease. I believe it is in everyone's best interests to keep Eris's metamorphosis as brief as possible, she says diplomatically, before signing off. Yeah, she's saying this could drive her nuts. She could become fully hive, and then we'd have to put her down, right? So, and that's what I'm guessing anyway. So we have a radio message.
Hive magic reveals itself in precise shapes. They follow the same lines and the same means. And yet our rituals still hold many secrets. Cards have scattered in the wake of your ablations. Our bond made manifest. I call them the Deck of Whispers. And they do whisper. Each of their ideograms appears to carry the weight of symbolism. Do not fault them for the forms they take. They are reflections of the real, and as opaque as the natures of their referent. We will interpret their configurations, divine their use. They may hold many meanings, alone and in conversation. As with all hive magic, they ask us to separate the true from the dead. We will do so.
Okay. That, I don't know if you guys could follow all that. That to me was a bunch of mumbo jumbo word salad. What? Yeah, but okay. That should be it for week 1. It sounded like a bunch of circular logic to me. But we got quests. Erin Morn will contact you when she has further need of your tithes. Until then, continue building your power and unraveling the secrets of the hive. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for week 1. I can claim these rewards. Week 1, okay, that's done. And that gets rid of all the flashies. All right, so we're good to go. That's it. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues.